I call home. Tuscaroras to the mighty Ohio, hills of old Muscatine on these hills that I call home.
Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast. This is the Orijenn Fibers podcast. We mostly talk about knitting and spinning, and I'm going to show you some things that I've done over the last 2 weeks. I was on vacation. We were gone for about 3 or 4 days, and so I didn't get to podcast last week, but hopefully I can make up for it this week and show you some more things that I have finished. Also, I want to share just my Ravelry and my Instagram name. I have changed my Ravelry name to orijennfibers. If you guys can hear that noise, my cat is getting into a box, a giant box. So I don't think he's going to be able to get out until I'm done with this podcast, but he's probably excited about that. Anyway, my Ravelry name is Orijenn Fibers, Orijenn Fibers. And then my Instagram is Orijenn Fibers Zville, Zville. I hope you guys are doing well. I know we're still in this pandemic, and for a lot of people that's really stressful, whether that's not being able to find a job, being stuck at home, not knowing whether or not your kids are going to go back to school. So hopefully we can get through this together, and luckily we have our knitting and our spinning to keep us busy, or weaving or embroidery, anything that you do. I know that can help us get through tough times, and I know it has done that for me in the past as well. So I've been getting a lot of things done because of COVID, because I have pretty much nothing else to do. So it's been really fun to be productive in that way and do something that I love to do. That's been a positive of this experience. And I do want to talk about, you can hear my cat in the box. I do want to talk about my stay at Lake Erie. We went for about 3 or 4 days, and it was a good time. There was a beach right down the way from us. The cat got out of the box. I'm not really sure how. I guess he's a cat, and he's very agile, but it's very entertaining. But anyway, we stayed in a little house, just me and my family. So that was like my sisters and their husbands and their kids. And there was a beach that we could walk to. And it was really, really cute. It wasn't very big, and luckily there weren't too many people. We also went and did some putt-putt. We had our masks on, so we tried to stay away from other people. And then we, on the way back, got to stop at a couple shops, and that was a great time. And my cat's probably gonna join us here. Toby's right here. We got him from the shelter. He's really pretty, so. So the only unfortunate thing about our vacation was that me and my younger sister got terribly sunburnt. As you can tell, I'm really, really fair skinned. And so we were only out in the sun one day for like maybe two and a half hours. And it's been about a week and a half, and I still have like my skin's peeling, you know, it's all that gross stuff. So glad to be back though, and doing my everyday routine, which is staying up late, knitting, spinning. My cat found another box. My husband just got a whole bunch of carpet cleaning supplies in. He's gonna start a carpet cleaning business, and there's boxes all over this room, and my cat is exploring all of the boxes. Yeah, so I've just been doing my regular routine. I do my Peloton bike almost every day or every other day, and just knitting and spinning. So trying to stay busy. I also have an art show coming up. I did mention that a few weeks ago, but instead of having the art show in the gallery, they're gonna let me use the front window. So I've installed about half the work already, and then I will finish installing tomorrow. So it'll be done by Friday, which is our first Friday, which is typically our art walk. But we have canceled art walk this month because of COVID, and it was just, I heard it didn't go as well last month. It's just hard when everyone has to wear a mask and be social distanced, but still try to have a good time looking at artwork. And usually it's a really nice event in our town. We do it once a month at the first Friday of every month. And it's hard to do stuff like that during these times. So my work will be in the front windows and people can see it driving by. The gallery that I'm a part of is an artist-run gallery. It's a nonprofit, and it used to be like a store. So there's like a front windows where you can display things, and it's actually really nice. It's a very pretty gallery, has great lighting. The floors are these like really ornate tiles. There's high ceilings. It's really cool. So I'm excited to do that. It's nice to do something in the community, even when there's really not a whole lot to do otherwise. So it's great to contribute to something. Okay, so I'm going to start with finished objects. I have quite a bit of work to show you. I got on a spinning kick a couple nights ago, and I finished spinning some Shetland, which is my own wool. And then I also spun the wool that I got from Neighborhood Fiber Company a few weeks ago that I showed on the podcast. I got that spun up, so I'm going to show you guys that. This is Mary Brown, and I think I can insert a picture here to show you what she looks like. She's really just a funny sheep. She's got a great personality, and she was one of my first sheep that I got. I started out with two Shetland ewes, and it was Mary Brown and Lily. Mary Brown is named after my great-grandmother. I've never met her before, but I do have a couple sheep that are named after family. So she is one of the first, and then we named the other one Lily. And Mary Brown is, obviously she's a really pretty brown sheep, and she's always doing ornery things on the farm. So I hate to say she's my favorite because they all have different traits that I cherish and love to watch. So, but she's a great sheep because she was one of my first Shetlands. So this to me, I haven't done the wrap test yet. But to me it looks like a fingering, maybe a light worsted, but I think it's a fingering weight. And this is 354 yards, 5.2 ounces. So I have a whole lot left of her fleece. I had it made into roving, and I want to spin all of this up. I want to do an art show, probably at the same gallery that I'm at this month, and I want to do some haps or Shetland lace with this and display those there. So that is my plan for this wool. I like to use my own fiber to make artwork instead of garments. I guess it could go both ways. Like I can wear the garments later, but I like to use it to show in galleries and talk about being a shepherdess and spinning and fibers and stuff like that. I think that history is really important, and I want to share that with our community. So that's something I plan on doing with this. I am going to insert a photo of Mary Brown. Don't be alarmed. We have this little area. We actually have a cattle farm, which I've talked about before. And the little area where their hay is during the winter time, and they have some now as well if they want some. It's in this little, I don't know how to explain it. It looks like she's in a cage, but she's not, because they can get inside of the little feed area and eat right out of it. Like she likes to get in there and eat the good hay that's on top, and they stand on top of it like it's a hill or something. It's really funny. So they can get out of there, and they have a huge, not huge, but like about an acre to graze, and there's 7 sheep. So they have more than enough food, and they're grass fed, so we don't feed them any grain unless I'm giving them treats. So don't be alarmed. She's not in a cage. She's just in her little feed area eating the good stuff. So it's I think that's really funny that they can do that. Not all of them can. Only a few. Shetland sheep are typically pretty small animals, and most of them are under 100 pounds. So I have a Saint Bernard. He's actually bigger than my sheep, And so they can get in between those little bars, and not all of them can. I have some bigger sheep that can't fit, but the smaller ones can. So it's pretty entertaining. Okay, so this is Neighborhood Fiber Company. This is a Tarhi fleece, or it was a top actually that they had. And it was 4 ounces. I think it's a worsted weight. I got 184 yards. I'm gonna lose my piece of paper here. Yeah, so I got 184 yards. I think I can make a cute little hat with this or save it later for something. I'm just gonna put it in my stash for now. It's really squishy, and it turned out, I love these colors. I usually spin a little bit thinner than this. I think I'm kind of out of practice. So I need to spin more. I used to spin every single day, and I took a break and have been knitting instead, so I want to get back to doing some more spinning. Okay, so I have my Snug Shawl that I want to share. I did finish that project. It is really big. I'm so excited about it. So I used almost 6 full skeins of yarn. So of course this is going to be a big shawl. And you can see after I blocked it, you can see the lace detail. It's really pretty. I love this shawl. I did not expect to like these colors as much as I do. They also have this cute little tassel that was recommended in the pattern. I never made tassels before, and I've never put them on anything. I don't really like the aesthetic of them, but I thought I'd add it to this shawl, and I love it. I think it's so cute. So this is going to be a shawl that wraps around my shoulders. I could wear it around the front, but it's so big that I think it's too large to wear like this, because it goes down past my hips if I wear it like this. So it's gonna go around my back, and I'll probably wear it with dresses. So very happy with that. That was a test knit, and I have the paper here somewhere. You know what? I'll put it in the show notes. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Let me see. Maybe I don't. Okay, I'll put in the show notes who the designer is, and I'm just really happy with how this project turned out. I used what was recommended in the pattern. So it is Wandering Wool. The gray is called Grey Matter, and the blue is called Neptune. And typically you only use 4 skeins for this shawl, but I did an extra repeat. That's why it's so large. It doesn't have to be that big. And so I did add 2 extra skeins to that project. Okay, so while I was on vacation, I was knitting 2 different things. So I have the Matila Mitts. These are adorable. I love these. And these are by a Bee in a Bonnet. I've done a test knit for her before. I made these with my own hand-dyed yarns. I really like this pink. I don't typically wear a lot of pink, but I love this color. I think it turned out really nicely. And as you can see, she has this really clever eyelet pattern that she's created, and the stitch is really fun. She has a great video that shows you how to do the stitch pattern. Because I was kind of confused as to how to do it. And then she had a tutorial that she sent us, and it's very clear and very simple. So I love these little mitts. I actually don't have a pair of mitts. Well, I do now, but I didn't until I made these, and it was such a fun little project. Took less than 1 skein of fingering weight. And of course you could always make this cuff longer if you'd like, but I think these are a really good length. She's still working on the pattern. There's a few little things that need to be worked out, but it's really simple and it's beautiful, and it should come out soon. So when that comes out, I can hopefully share the pattern with you guys, or share the date, so you can go ahead and purchase that from her shop if you'd like to. And she's on Ravelry as a Bee in a Bonnet. Her test knits are really fun. She does them on Instagram. So there's a large, not a large number, but maybe 10 to 15 people, I'm not exactly sure how many, and we all just share our experiences and what we're doing and our pets, and that's been a lot of fun. I've met some people on Instagram that way, and now we're interacting by commenting on each other's things or liking each other's things. It's just fun to make new friends in the knitting community and feel like you're a part of something. So I've really enjoyed test knitting recently. I'm working on 2 secret test knits right now. One is, I would say, super secret. It's for nomadic knits. I can't talk about what it is, or I don't even think I'll tell you when it's coming out. But it's a few months away, and the pattern is really, really nice. I'm so excited to work on it. I haven't started it yet, but I won't be able to share that until the publication comes out. So I'm really excited to do that. And I'm also working on a sweater, and I'm using, I'll show you later, I'm using Plutolopi for that. So it's been really fun. I also finished a pair of socks. These are test knit as well. These are called the Bica socks. I really, really liked knitting these. You can't see very well because, once again, I chose the wrong yarn for the project, but they have little bobbles and they're super cute. Then there's a twisted rib stitch along the front. Her heel that she used was really, really nice. I loved knitting the heel. I'm not sure what heel she used for this, but it turned out so nice and it was really fun to knit. So these socks, I think I finished them in 2 days, and I can't wait to wear them. They're made out of, I believe, a BFL non-superwash. But I'm not sure. It could be a Tarhi too. I don't remember. I didn't have the tag for this. It was in my stash. And sorry that I keep sniffing. I have a cold right now, but hopefully that goes away pretty soon. I've had it for about a week. So these were a whole lot of fun, and I can't wait to wear them. I will show you what they actually look like if I would have used a solid. They're so nice. The design is beautiful, and I believe this designer is from Ireland. They're called the Bica socks, B-I-C-A, and it's by Anne Michelle Phelan. Phelan? I can't say it. P-H-E-L-A-N. I'm sorry I'm butchering that. Okay, I have one more finished object. I told you I finished a lot of stuff. I'm really excited. This is my forest path hat that I wanted to make out of Rama fennel garn, and it's got these little trees down here. It's so hard to see unless maybe it's up against black or something. I love how this turned out. This is their yellow colorway in their Rama part 2. Now I've lost my notes somewhere in this mess. Okay. It is the Forest Path Hap by Knitography Farms, and this is Rama 412. It's a yellow. It's their part 2 base, which means it's dyed over a gray base. And it's Norwegian yarn. Wait, maybe you can see the little tree a little bit. And so I really love, this is my favorite yarn to work with right now. I just ordered some more from the woolly thistle. I got kind of a beautiful cream color, and I'm going to knit another Knitography project with it. This is what it looks like in the green. You can kind of see the trees there. It's a really nicely written pattern. It's extremely long, but it's because she has things written out and charted. So it was easy to follow. I really enjoyed knitting this. I finished it, I think, in a week. I had to keep tearing out the lace pattern. I think I sometimes have a hard time with lace and keeping track of how things are supposed to look, like making a tree. As long as you follow the pattern, you're okay, but I'm always double checking myself. Here comes my cat. Move, Toby. Okay. Anyway. Okay. And he's moved my camera. There we go. So, it's really pretty. I love this project, and I've been wanting to work with this yarn for a long time, or this specific color. The only thing that was kind of strange about it was when I put it in the wool wash bath to block it. It did bleed yellow, but it didn't change the color, so it could just be that the yellow is hard for, is difficult to stay in the fiber and it's hard to rinse out. But it didn't change how it looks, so it was fine. I'm sure it'll bleed a few more times. Like red is something that always bleeds as well, so I'm not sure. Yellow could be the same way too. But I'm very happy with it, so I'm excited. All right, I have a few things, actually quite a few things that I've purchased. I've been shopping for yarn, bags, things like that. I'm gonna start with, like I said, I'm working on a sweater. I was gonna knit it in Plutolopi, but I had some Plutolopi and this black. It is colorway 1033. It's I'm gonna open it. It's just like a heathered black. And I have almost maybe 2/3 of the front of my sweater done. It's pieced together and it's turning out so nicely. I love Plutolopi. I went to Iceland in 2011 and knit a few sweaters out of actually one sweater out of Plutolopi and then one sweater out of their bulky weight, and I forget what that's called. But I love working with this yarn. It's really satisfying. It turns out beautifully. It is like a farm type yarn, so it's not super soft, but that doesn't bother me. I really like rustic yarns, so I can't wait to have my sweater, and I'll be able to show you guys when it comes out, or maybe she'll let me show you before that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask permission to see. But I'm pretty excited about that. I also ordered some stuff from Tuft woolens. I have actually already opened and started using the soap. I got wool wash, I got soap, both in the vetiver. I believe it's vetiver and something. Oh wait, here it is. Vetiver and cedarwood. It's my favorite scent of all time. I ordered it once and didn't know if I was gonna like it. I love the scent of vetiver, but I can't not have this soap. And I also have I bought 2 of these. I've gone through one of these already. This is their lanolin rich hand and body balm. I can't go without having the soap and the balm. I love the scent. I also ordered another one of these. If you've never seen these before, these are for soap. And this is the soap that my sister made, and this is why I bought it, because I have one of these already in my shower, but I wanted to have, it smells so good. Her soap is ready to use, and I wanted to have a second little platform to use. So I bought one of these. I think they're only like $4. Maybe they're $8, I forget, but they're not very expensive, and they make your soap stay nice, and it just kind of drains the water off of it after you're done using it. So I really like having those in my shower. Okay, so this next acquisition is something I've wanted to buy for a long time. I ordered some Skein cocaine. I ordered one skein. I got their special, which I believe she just mixes a whole bunch of fun colors together to get something. Excuse me. And it just turned out so nice. I'm gonna make some amazing socks with these. I cannot wait to have some socks out of this yarn. I ordered it, I think I got it like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. And then she also threw in a little mini for me to try, this beautiful green color I could use for like heels or a toe or something, maybe a cuff. I think this is really cute too. It has some speckles. So I was really excited to get that. I've been wanting to get, I want to get one of her baby grands, which is the huge amount of yarn that you can use for like a full sweater. Maybe for Christmas or something. That'd be a great gift. Okay, so this next thing is not as exciting, but I'm excited about it to keep dyeing yarn. I got some BFL DK Superwash. I intend to either make a sweater or a shawl with this. There's a certain shawl I have in mind, but I'm not sure. I still really want to knit the love note without mohair, and I think it's a DK weight. I think you're supposed to hold fingering and a mohair, but you can use DK as well. So I'm thinking about using this yarn for that as well. So I'll see. I need to dye it, and I don't know what colorway I want to make. So I'm excited for all the possibilities. I also really like that it's inexpensive. So I believe the skein of this yarn is like $6, and then I already have dyes. So I'm learning something new, but I'm also saving quite a bit of money by dyeing my own yarn. So I can't wait to see how this turns out and what I create with that. I have 2 more things to share. I got a new sock sack, or a new sock bag. This is from Star Knits. And like I said a couple weeks ago, I wanted to order some things from the vendors at SSK this year. And I believe this maker was on YouTube for their SSK. I don't remember if it was them or not, but I'm pretty sure it was. It holds a skein of yarn, or you could probably put 2 skeins in there, and your needles and everything else. So I needed another sock bag. All my bags are full right now. I know a few weeks ago I said I don't have many bags, and I usually don't have a lot of projects, but with all these test knits and everything, I have like my Joji Locatelli cable Monstera sweater. I haven't worked on that in 2 weeks. So my goal is to get these test knits done and then get back to work on that sweater, because I really want that to be done before fall so I can wear it. So I need to get back to some of the projects that I'm not finished with yet. My last thing that I got was some Woolfolk luft, and I've been wanting to try this yarn for a long time. I'm kind of like always behind the times on things. I don't buy things as soon as they come out typically, but I saw a pattern that I liked with this yarn, and it only took 3 skeins. And I found this yarn on Etsy. I know you can buy it at like Espace Tricot or a lot of different places. Even my yarn shop in Columbus has it. But since we're ordering things online, I actually found this on sale at a shop on Etsy. I don't have the shop name. Oh, maybe it's here. Nope. I don't have the shop name, but I believe it was like $2 off or something, so I saved a little bit. And I want to make, it's hard to see in this picture because it's in black and white, but this is the Getting Warmer, I don't know if you'd call it a cowl. But it goes around your neck and it goes down over your shoulders. I thought it was really unique and fun. It's a free pattern by Espace Tricot. So I'm really excited to get that started. It's another reason for me to take a break from test knitting and get some of these projects done that I've been wanting to work on for some time. I've been collecting things and trying to get ready for projects in the future, but since I'm doing all these tests, I can't get to those. So I have 2 tests I'm working on now. I'm gonna finish those, and then I'm gonna hop on some of these other projects that have either been waiting or already on the needles and get those done. So that is my plan for the future. I think that's all I have for this week. I thank you guys for watching, for coming back. I really appreciate comments that you guys have. I do have that Rye Flower Knits giveaway. I'm gonna allow 1 more week of comments for that. If you would like a beautiful sock pattern, I showed it on the past episodes. Make a comment below, and I'm gonna pick 1 person who has commented and give that pattern to them. The designer, Rye Flower Knits, has very nicely said that she would donate a pattern when it comes out. It comes out, I believe, next month, which is a perfect time to knit a pair of socks for the fall. So if you'd like a new sock pattern, comment below. And please like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave any comments if you have suggestions. And I'm going to insert some things like I'm going to insert some footage from vacation, just a little short thing. I also talked about before how I have a pumpkin growing in my yard. It was an accident that it popped up from last year from one of the pumpkins that I think had rotted outside, which is really gross. I should have thrown it away. But we have a huge pumpkin plant growing in our yard, so I will insert a picture of that pumpkin at the very beginning as well. It's still green, of course, but it's getting pretty big, and I'm kind of excited to have some pumpkins that grew in our yard. We need to trim back the plant a little bit because it's taking over our flower bed, but at least it's flowering and it's kind of pretty. It's just too big. I think that's all I have for this week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you hopefully next week. Bye.